Welcome to the Collective Code, where we decode the mindset, strategies, and the systems behind luxury real estate, leadership, and legacy.
We're three agents that are raising the standard and unlocking what it really takes to lead in today's market.
This is the Collective Code. Let's unlock it together. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Collective Code. I am Daniel Hunt, aka Dan Cannon People's Realtor, and I have the pleasure to be here with my brothers.
Tommy Wooten putting the woot woot in real estate.
I'm Luke Jones, the host of the Dallas Home Collection and your favorite realtor.
And before we get started, we want to encourage you guys to please help the YouTube algorithm so we can grow.
Oh, yeah.
Comment below. We love interacting with you all and getting to know you all. And be sure to subscribe. We want you a part of our YouTube family. And lastly, share this with other realtors so they can get this information and insight. Tommy, what you got for us today?
Let's go.
Well, 2025 was perfect, and you need to stay on the same line. Is not the frame of mind you need to be in. Yeah. No. We need the agent identity shift, becoming the person that your goals require.
Yes. Yeah.
For next year. Yeah. All right. So,
definitely.
Guys, audience, hello. Look, we don't rise to our goals. We fall into our identity. Mm-hmm. So, question, what identities are holding agents back?
You want to start with that one, Luke?
Well, I can tell you one thing that's holding people back, and we just got finished talking about it.
Yeah.
One major thing that's holding realtors back from crushing their goals for 2026. Number one is they're waiting to 2026 to start those goals.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So you don't want to be the person that holds your identity off. This is a race. The race doesn't start January 1st.
Right.
Correct.
I'm cheating. I'm starting now. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's what everyone needs to get into their head. The one thing that holds agents back, and I see this so much in this industry, is imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
It's where they think that they are not enough, where they think they don't have what it takes, or they really don't believe in themselves.
And I know we talked about it last episode, but I mean, it's kind of like, I could sound like a broken record again. It really goes to acting as if, stepping into the person you see yourself 5 years, 10 years, right now, right? Like, some people, I say all the time, like right now, I'm very present, but Daniel Hunt is like, this is 2035 Daniel.
Yeah,
seriously, the way I talk, the way I move,
the
way we do things. You gotta see that day and day. Like, even from the car I'm driving, I was driving that 5 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm driving something different. The people I'm around. It's even to the point to where the people that I'm with, that I've chosen to be my true friend and brotherhood, I even see y'all differently.
Yeah,
people around me don't even know that I see them differently. If you're in my circle, right, and that subconsciously people feel that.
Yes,
and it makes them want to elevate if they're around you. That's why it's really important to be around individuals who are like-minded.
Yeah, the acting as if is amazing.
The acting as if, man. You got to act as if.
It is amazing. There's a huge difference between acting as if and faking it until you make it.
Yeah, it ain't the same.
And that ain't what we preach over here. You're not faking it until you make it, because if you fake it until you make it, when you arrive there,
wild.
You have never become the person that can do the thing.
I may need to stop
your
saying
way
that
there.
then, because honestly,
man.
There is a difference. Faking it until you make it, that makes people believe that they are not that.
Yeah.
And, it's like the book that we're reading right now.
Oh, man.
Be
Yeah,
your future
become your future
self
self,
now.
yeah.
Yes.
If you don't see yourself as that, that is imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Strategically, identity, I think what we've seen a lot in 2025, there's definitely been a lot of struggles for realtors in 2025. I think a lot of realtors will not be renewing their licenses.
Wow.
It's unfortunate, but
December
it is what it is.
15 and December 30th.
Yeah. That invoice came in from NAR, Metrotex, and it hits your inbox, and a lot of people are like, CE is coming up. Oh, okay. All right. But the identity, I think a lot of people need in order to progress, it has a lot to do with that glorified door opener syndrome. And I think a lot of us can do that. So when you get a real estate license, you can go a couple different directions. You can join a team or you can go solo. A lot of teams will buy, especially your bigger teams, they'll buy Zillow leads. And strategically, a team leader will place agents in different roles. Now, I've been doing this for 15 years, and I've been in this mindset of, okay, I've been given a lead. I'm to meet said buyer at a house. For the newer agents, they don't know this. You don't just meet someone at a house without pre-qualifying. And also, one thing that is really hurtful is treating themselves as if that's all that they are there to do. Because make no mistake, those buyers, they just want to get into the house. They don't have much use for you other than getting in to see the home. Therefore, the mindset has to be the prequel to the showing. Have the confidence to ask those questions. Find out what their plans are. Find out what their, I like the open-ended question. So what's your situation? And I'm going to put a smile on and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to wait. And a lot of people don't realize this when they're pre-qualifying a buyer. That open-ended question, it gives the buyer reason to be like, okay, well, actually, we're just relocating here. As soon as you hear they're about to tell you a whole lot. That's what you want, and then you've garnered trust, and you've gone from that glorified door opener that identity is crushing to a realtor who's trying to advance. You've gone from that level up to now you're a trusted real estate advisor. And I think we have to leave that behind. A lot of people have to leave that one identity behind and go elevate up to trusted real estate advisor.
100%. 100%. And also having, which, we've talked about this before on other podcasts, many other podcasts, having an abundance mindset. If that person doesn't want to do what you tell them to do in a respectful way, like they don't want to understand that you are the professional, then I'm not the realtor for you. Right? They print money every day. It's a lot of houses out here. We all know the statistics here in Dallas. People moving. They coming. Right? So if you don't want to get on board, like I always say, if you want to get right, you can get left. Right? This ain't gonna work out because I am the professional. I know this is all I do. This ain't a hobby. I'm not a part-time realtor. This isn't a hobby. We own these statistics every day. We out in the streets. We're outside, right? So if they can't respect that, then this is not going to work. And they need to, unless you get it, they need to feel that respectfully. They need to feel that. They need to feel
I will say this. We're talking to a lot of part-time realtors. It's really big right now. That being said, there's a phrase that I utter even to this day. And that is when I'm about to preface something, I'm trying to sell my idea to a buyer or seller. One thing that's really big is, well, what helps me to be so successful is, okay? Or what helps my team to be so successful is, what helps my organization to be so successful is. And then you state what you need them to get on board with. Without that, we can get in our own heads, confidence-wise, lack of confidence-wise. Well, why would they hire me to list this house? I'm a part-time agent. I was referred to them, but I'm thinking about referring this listing out because I'm just a part-time agent. Show up confidently and use some of these scripts Scripts is big.
Yeah.
Scripts is really
Scripts.
big.
It's going to take
It elevates your trust.
Yeah, it'll take a huge identity shift, right? Because if that person is not comfortable stepping into the role of an advisor, they are stuck in the glorified door opener phase.
They're stuck.
They're stuck there. Yeah. They're actually afraid to step out to actually be who they actually want to be. So subconsciously consciously they'll say, hey, I'm not a glorified door opener.
Right.
But subconsciously, they're not doing the actions that it takes to actually be seen as an advisor.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Oh, no.
Please don't do that. We are here to help you. We're here to help you, elevate you. How do agents self-sabotage their success? Oh my goodness. There's a lot of different ways to go with this. Y'all want to start first, or you want me to go?
You already know what I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Self-sabotage yourself with the way you think and the things that you believe and the things that you say. Those three things will shoot you down every single time. I have conversations with agents every day. You guys know how I am.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to a person on Instagram. I just shoot them a DM.
Yeah.
I get them on Zoom, and the first thing they'll say is, man, I don't know. This year was a hard year. Yeah, it was challenging for everybody. But what do you say about it? What is the truth?
Yeah.
What do you say about it? Are you going to allow yourself to be stuck in 2025 in minimal production? Or are you going to believe what you actually want is possible for you? And this is something I told the guy, I think it was the day before yesterday. We were actually on a Zoom call. I was like, bro, possibility for you is defined by your capacity to believe.
100%.
Right?
100%.
What's possible for you is defined. That's Bible. Right?
That's Bible.
That's bars in the Bible. Possibility for you is defined by your capacity to believe. It says that to him that believes, all things are possible.
All things are possible.
Amen.
To him that believes. So what do you believe? Do you believe that 2025 is going to be your bar forever?
Yeah.
Or actually you're going to get up off of your butt and go make 2026 work? And couple that with your belief, changing what you think. And this is something I tell my son all the time. When words are in the atmosphere, if they're negative words, you just can't leave them out there. That spirit life in the atmosphere, you're letting words work against you.
People don't understand how real that is, right? There's so much going on in the unseen world and the seen world.
Yeah.
It doesn't even compare. And I tell this to a lot of realtors because we talk to them all the time, right? All the time is your imagination is real. I remember when I was young, playing sports when I was like 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. I might be telling my age, but it is what it is.
Come on now.
What you
say what year did you graduate?
Well, I'm gonna say my age, whatever, because I'm about to say my age anyway. But Walter Payton was my favorite player.
Okay.
All right, Walter Payton was player.
Sweetness.
And I remember when I played football on with my friends and stuff at the park. Man, I was almost untouchable. Like I'll always get picked first because in my mind, my head, I really thought, I remember to this day, I thought that I was Walter Payton. Can't nobody touch me, can't nobody do nothing.
Yeah.
Something shifted in high school. Right? In high school, I didn't have that same imagination. You know what I'm saying? And one time I got hit from the blind side. I got hit from my blind side and got hit so hard I said, this ain't for me. Right? But I wasn't playing the same as I was when I was younger.
Yeah.
Something happened. You see what I'm saying? Where I didn't act as if, I wasn't acting as if, and I wasn't using my imagination. Right? My first 3 years in real estate, I didn't have that Walter Payton fact. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't using my imagination. I wasn't acting as if. It wasn't until I started YouTube where I started to see that, you know what? Perception is reality. People see me how I see myself.
Yes.
And once I started putting out there, every video I started getting more confident and more confident and more confident. In 2, 3 years, 4 years, now 5 has been since 2020. Me, Daniel, he's filming. He's been on. And now it's the point to where you cannot tell me, right, that what's in my imagination is not real. It doesn't. Is it from the people I hang around?
Yeah.
Like I say this humbly. Jaden, Daniel, you guys, I'm not surprised. I didn't know what those faces looked like. They were black. They were black faces. I know what it looked like. But I knew the people, places, and things would come in my environment, would come in our environment, right, to help us go to the next level. You have to have that type of face so you can walk and act as if. Everything we see is an imagination. You guys know we started with one camera.
Yeah.
We saw with one camera.
Wait,
you know what I'm saying? We saw with a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? And we just kept it gets bigger and it gets bigger. It gets bigger.
So they were like black faces or shadows?
Shadows.
Okay. You got to clarify.
I was like, you saw me.
Dark brother.
It was Tommy. But you got, you clearly see what I'm saying. Like, you have to have that type of imagination. Like, don't be stuck into, that's one thing. If you want to reach out and know what it looks like it is to work with us,
HuntGlobalCollective.com.
Hunt Global Collective. Information is in description.
Yes.
Pinned to the top of the chat, right? We want to help you guys out. And I mean, this industry is, to me, 80s, 90% mentality. Everything else is just the transaction.
Just making some
transaction.
Let me add on to that. So the self-sabotaging, it happens. No one does it on purpose. It's usually, subconscious. But one thing that a lot of us can do to hurt ourselves is to implement a system and then discontinue it before you see it through. Because without seeing it through, you're not able to gather information and analyze the return on the investment.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
The ROI is paramount for you to be able to analyze in this industry because there's a number of, for all the new licensees that are about to get their license or are new, you haven't seen anything yet till you've been in the game 10, 15 years and seen your bills of how many subscriptions you have.
Oh, man. Don't remind me.
The number of subscriptions.
It keeps growing and growing,
and the number of things that you will try out along the way, different CRMs, what have you, website hosts, or these things are not to be picked up, paid for, and put down 1 quarter later.
That's a good point.
You do have to see it through. So there are financial obligations that come along with being a realtor, a successful realtor.
This is a business. You want to be successful. It's a business.
You have to leave that system in place for the season. Not for a reason, but for a season. Or else you'll self-sabotage your success.
And really what you're saying, Tommy, is be consistent. Be consistent. You mentioned one word that, a lot of realtors actually do all the time. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. No, I'm actually going to do this and I'm going to wait it out. We have this popcorn mentality, microwave mentality. We were waiting for things to happen right away. So I pay for a stream of leads and, in 2 months it's not working out. You haven't given enough time for you to get analytics off of that stream that you're actually working.
Exactly.
So what ends up happening? You quit after it didn't work. You only paid $199 2 months in a row. And I can give you an example of this. I can remember in 2015, I was doing Zillow leads, right? I started killing it with Zillow leads. I was selling, first-time home buyers, townhouses. I was in South Florida selling a bunch of $250,000, $300,000 homes. And this was the first 2015, the first time I took my family on a real vacation, right? Okay. Which I thought was a real vacation. We went on a real vacation, and while I was there, I had time on my cell phone. I'm like, man, this Zillow stuff ain't working, bro. This ain't working. I called Zillow and quit Zillow. I had been doing it for maybe 2 or 3 months. But not even understanding that, hey, that's what actually got me there. Not Zillow itself, but the consistency of following a system. And a lot of realtors actually give up on systems before they allow them to work for them. So when I got back home and I started evaluating my business, why is things slowing down?
Oh, boy.
Oh, they're slowing down because I quit. I tried something. I got results from it, but a lot of realtors are trying things. They're not getting instantaneous results. The reason being, and you guys know I say this all the time, all work works. That's Bible. All work works. It says in all work there is profit. In all works there is profit. And then Myron Golden says it this way: either it's working for you,
or it's working on you,
or it's working on you.
Yeah, I like that.
And if you haven't allowed it the opportunity to work on you, obviously it's not going to work for you. But if you see it's not working for you and you quit, you haven't taken an opportunity to evaluate, hey, who do I need to become? What do I need to do? Who do I need to become so I can be a person that it works for?
You have to truly decide. You guys know how I am. I'm not afraid to put stuff out in the atmosphere. Some people say keep some of your goals close to you.
Nah.
Which, okay, I see why some people may say that because they worry about the haters and stuff like that. Which I don't do that. Daniel, you guys know my cameraman. I said, man, we doing this until we get our first $1 million listing. We're not gonna stop.
Good. Yeah,
that's what we're gonna do. We're doing this. We did. It took us a little over 6 months, and it happened.
Yeah,
because every single video we got better. You go to my first videos. Y'all want to laugh at me? Go to my first videos. You'll see they were terrible. We started our first ones on our phones. We got better with camera. We got better cameras and better. But we say this is what we're gonna do, right? And I want to let a lot of realtors know, right? This is a business that within 1 month can change your life.
Yeah, it's
true. You can 1 month. Yeah. 1 month. You do the math. 3 deals a month at $1 million at 3%.
$90,000.
You do the math, right?
Thank you.
It is not hard to make 6 figures within a month in this business if you decide and you stay consistent, right? To have those type of months, some people think it's just but they don't break the numbers down and work backwards.
6 figures in a month is hard, Daniel.
No, wait,
I'm gonna push back.
Well, here.
It might be hard, but it's not impossible.
It's not impossible, but it's not easy either.
It's not
it does
impossible.
take time to get there.
It takes time to get there, but it's also a mindset.
Yes.
Because the first time you do it, it's difficult. It's like Warren Buffett himself said it, right? Right. The first 100,000 is hard.
Yeah.
The first 100,000 is difficult, but up to the first 100,000, I'm saying to myself, this is easy.
Yes.
I'm abundant. Clients attract to me easily. I'm saying what I want to say.
Yeah.
When I hit that, when I'm in front of this camera, even right now, right, I'm saying God's gonna send the right realtors to us.
Yeah,
Come on,
exactly.
He's gonna send the right people who want to work with us, who enjoy working with us, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have high retention rate because people see that this ain't just about money.
Yeah.
No.
We actually care about individuals.
Yeah.
Right. So I say those things. I believe those things. And if you're under a rock, it's the only way you're not gonna feel this energy.
Exactly.
It's the only way you're not gonna feel this energy.
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. All right, so back on consistency.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell a story real quick. Really short. In 2020, I started my YouTube channel 10 years after being a realtor. Got licensed in 2010.
We started around the same time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I had always played with video, but it was always on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing a lot of Instagram in the 2010s. 2020 comes around. I do a little research and figure out that I should try putting educational videos about Dallas-Fort Worth on YouTube. Begin doing that. And honestly, that was the best decision that I ever made, staying consistent with that kind of video. Everyone does their own platforms. Stick with that platform.
Yeah.
You have to have
Good point, yeah.
the tenacity. You have to have the courage to want to conquer, absolutely defeat and crush that platform.
Yeah, definitely.
Yours is Instagram, and you're building up a second. Building up the second is hard, not impossible.
Yeah.
Daniel, same thing. YouTube, stayed consistent. And here the three of us are very video heavy, which is why you see us in front of you. The consistency goes like this. These are the results. I'm going to read a quick text to you guys. I got this on October 28th, 9:11 a.m. Proof, receipts. Hey, Tommy, my family and I are taking a trip to Prosper in the first week of December. They are here. I spoke with them last night. My wife and I were wondering, how do we set up a tour for the schools in the area? We've been following your videos for the past several years and know that you are involved with the schools, blah, blah, blah. We're traveling from New York.
Yeah.
People will watch you when you think that they have tuned out and that you're not having success.
Yeah, they'll binge watch. They'll binge watch.
Yeah. How many calls have we had? Tom, binge watched your videos. I'm like, that's like 12, 13 hours of video. I don't binge watch it. But you know, the kids singing the woot woot song, and like all of that happens only with consistency.
Yeah,
that's it.
Record, keep recording. Send the postcards, keep sending them postcards. Google reviews on your Google business. Stay with that. Get 1,000 reviews on that. Just stay consistent in something and watch it flourish.
You know, one reason that, and this is, I was thinking about this when you were talking, Dan, one reason that people don't stay consistent, right, is because they did not make a decision, they made a choice. There's a huge difference between making a decision and making a choice. Whenever you make a choice, you got options. When you make a decision, you cut off every other opportunity that's out there, right? So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna lock into this, and I'm not gonna stop until, just like Dan said, we're not gonna stop until we get this first $1 million listing. And what a lot of realtors, the not rabbit hole, but the trap that they're falling into is they have choices. It's not, you know, we're gonna do this until we get $1 million listing, or we're gonna do this. No, once the obstacle presents itself, they allow that to not only be an obstacle but a roadblock for them. Instead of saying, "Hey, I'm gonna kick this freaking door down, and I'm gonna get there because I made a decision. There's nothing gonna stop me. I cut myself off from any other possibility." They leave choices, options open for them to back out.
And if video is what your realtors out there, if video is what you want to get into, of course we can help you. We have people that, you know, we can help with cold calling. If you want a door knock, whatever you want to do, we can help you with that. But if also video is what you want to do, we know the reasons. We know what's holding you back. We know what's holding you back. People hate the way they look. People hate the way they sound. Okay, you're afraid of what people say. Betty and Bob, who don't have a profile picture, who's living in their mama's basement, who's a loser,
or you're a perfectionist,
has to say about, or some bot, or number 4, you're a perfectionist, right? So we know those are the 4 reasons. Those are 4 main reasons, okay? And we can help you overcome that.
That's easy. The perfection part.
Pin to the top of the chat.
Cut the dang video. Move on to the next one.
That perfection part shoot you in your freaking foot.
Oh my
you shooting yourself in the foot. Because what people are saying is, I'm waiting until I get everything perfect before I put myself out there. And what they don't understand is perfectionism. It breeds procrastination.
Oh my goodness. Fix the plane while you flying it.
Yes.
Fix the plane while you flying it.
I would rather put it out there and then adjust as I go. Like you said, we're going to build the plane as we fly, you know, versus waiting to have everything perfect. You miss so many opportunities. And I was telling you guys the other day, you know, God adds more to you on your way than when you start. So start doing something. It will go and watch Dan's first video. He wasn't lying. That video sucked. But look at his last video. Look at his last video.
Thanks, bro.
I didn't want to tell you, but listen,
we're validating you.
I know you weren't gonna beat me up in front of all these people. So.
But it did suck though.
But look at his first video.
It did suck.
If you look at that, look compared to these new videos, like that was a completely. He on a completely different stratosphere.
180, but that's 180. What Daniel? 180
videos
because some videos will have 180 videos in. You know, you're gonna get better.
My first ones didn't have any B-roll. They were horrendous when you look back now.
But just B-roll. How you gonna post it?
But just think of where you would be. Where would you be if you've never posted that video? And you would have waited until you had the perfect camera and you had the perfect house to film, and you know, and you were body positive and all of that stuff. Man. People don't understand all of that stuff. We all deal with it. Every freaking human in the world deals with this perfectionism, which is really anxiety. Right?
I know you want to go for it, but I'm gonna say one quick thing.
What?
If you have one of these,
there you
go.
Have
one of these. This is all you need to start. And we've helped just recently. We got receipts just recently. We've put $30,000 to $60,000 in people who worked with us in their pocket. That's true.
Receipts.
Record, cut the video.
Within 90 days. From let them know how they can use this phone. This is all you need to get started.
One of our agents just closed the deal. Literally just took out his phone, made a video, and said, "Hey, you know, I'm your local realtor. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, you know, reach out to me." The video was not perfect.
Don't have to be.
If he would have waited until he had somebody to hyper produce the video.
Now it took him a little while to do it.
It took him a while to do it.
We had to keep saying do it, man.
But he got out of his own way.
Exactly.
Right? And he was not trying to be perfect with it. But I guarantee you that the next time you put one out, it's going to be better.
You build your confidence.
He gets more confidence.
You know, you get stronger and stronger. You know?
And when you see results, what do you want to do?
You want to do it again.
Keep going. So final question. and let's do this for 2026. We at the end of 2025. You know? We
I'm
don't know
already
when
in
you're going to
2026.
watch this, but it doesn't matter what time of year it is. What behavior can elevate someone for the new year? One behavior after a rough year, after a subpar, didn't meet my goals sort of time frame. What is the number one thing that each of you will recommend to an agent to push them through that glass ceiling?
I would say the one you guys already know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
You
I don't.
already know what
Say
I'm
it.
going to say.
I probably do, but-
it's seriously acting as if.
Let's go.
You have to brainwash yourself, right? You have to brainwash yourself to whereas you can step away from all the noise. There's so much noise going on. You guys know it. People, loan officers trying to get your attention. All these different, ads are trying to get your attention. Other realtors are being negative. Everybody's pulling you different type of ways within your business. You have to learn how to block out the noise. What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish for you and your family? When I talk to realtors, which has been working with us, right? Ain't about me. What are you looking to do? Right? What are you looking to accomplish for you and your family? Right? And then a lot of times they put their goals down and I come back to them. I know a lot of you guys who are watching this, I'm right. I'm saying, you thinking too small.
Yeah.
And I tell them how they're thinking too small. Well, I have a questionnaire, right? Where I say, you know what, most of them are thinking too small. They're afraid to even stretch themselves.
Yeah.
Right? And I realize you are thinking, so really just acting as if and get to a point to where you're brainwashing yourself to where no one can tell you otherwise. Is that what I would say?
Yeah,
It's brilliant.
Yeah, I would say mine would be two separate things. Number one is work on your belief. Number two, work on your actions.
Yeah.
We got so many people that they have strong beliefs and they think that hey, I can go do X, Y, and Z, but they do nothing to actually no corresponding action follows. Right. So I would say work on your belief, work on your action. Just a quick story. So Jesus was up on the mountain praying, right? He ended up coming down from the mountain. I know you guys have read this before.
Oh, yeah.
But when he comes down from the mountain, the disciples were down there trying to cast a demon out of this kid that was a lunatic, right? So his dad runs up to Jesus and say, man, my son, he a lunatic. He throwing himself in the fire, throwing himself in the water. And I brought him over to your disciples and they couldn't cure him.
Right.
And Jesus looked at them and said, oh man, how long I got to be with y'all?
How long I got? Yeah, right. How long I got to be with y'all?
How long I done showed y'all how to do this before?
Right.
So Jesus just looked at the boys like, man, come out. The devil fleed, the demon fleed out of him or whatever.
Yeah.
So obviously being embarrassed, the disciples went to him in private and they was like, Jesus, man, why we couldn't do that? We just tried to, why we couldn't do that? You done showed us how to do it. Why we couldn't do it? He said one simple reason, because of your unbelief.
Your unbelief.
So my two things would be belief and action. So to finish the story, Jesus then tells them, if you had faith the size of a mustard seed, here's the action. You would say to the mountain, be removed, be cast into the sea, and it would obey you.
Yeah.
Basically, what Jesus was saying is if you really believe something, you're going to turn around and there's going to be corresponding action. Either you're going to speak to it, you're going to go and do something. Something is going to happen.
Yep.
So you need to work on what you believe and work on what you do.
Thought
And I think that would...
plus feeling times faith times consistent action equals manifestation of any and everything. That's the formula. It's like it's like gravity. It's like anything else. It doesn't discriminate. It is what it is. Thought plus feeling. You have to feel it. Okay, thought plus feeling. It goes hand in hand. That's why it's thought plus feeling. It goes hand in hand. Right? Times faith, because you got to have faith.
Yes.
If you have a size of mustard seed, that can get it started.
Oh, yeah.
But you're going to have to keep it consistent. That's why it's times faith, times consistent action.
Yeah.
You can't do it just once. You can't do it just twice.
Wow.
How many
Let's go.
podcasts are we in now?
Come on,
and
man.
now we're blessed with this beautiful live audience.
Come on now.
Right?
Let's
we got
go.
some really good looking people up in the audience. You guys
Oh,
see
yeah.
on B-roll.
Realtors be stepping out.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's consistent action equals manifestation of anything.
Anything.
I guess I'll. That was a hard one to follow, as was that, but I'm gonna try.
Let's go.
Go ahead, Doug.
The habit to propel yourself in your shift, your agent shift. it has to be who you're surrounding yourself with.
100%.
Surround yourself with
man.
excellence in different categories. Do you have someone who is pouring into your spirituality with excellence? Someone who is pouring into your real estate acumen with excellence? Are you? I tend to think of myself 10 and 12 years ago when I was the youngest real estate agent in a Coldwell Banker office, and I was just happy to be around other like older adults. I'm like, man, everyone in here is older than me. This person's awesome. Come to find out, just being older and in the game for 10, 15, 20 years doesn't make you awesome. If your attitude stinks, like
you could be doing the wrong thing for 20 years.
Stay away from them. Elevate yourself into being surrounded by people that will support you, people that will teach you. Develop that sort of mentor relationship with someone who is where you want to be. Maybe it was in the book that we just that we're reading. Don't take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's who you should be seeking advice from. And that is the agent identity shift. I done hid the note cards. That's it. That's it. And look, we all want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
If you want more information about us, you can find us on the Hunt Global Collective.
Information in the description.
Definitely like, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified every time that we upload a new podcast. And God willing, we're speaking it. This will be available wherever you receive your podcasts.
Yes.
The audio. And we're signing off, guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Until next time.
Have a great day.